Hello everyone, Rurikhan here bringing you guys some more Darksiders 2. This is episode 16 if I'm not mistaken, and it is the third episode in my recent try to see if you guys are still interested in this game or not. So this actually might be the last video in the Darksiders 2. Did I say Dark Souls at the start? I don't even know. I'm sorry. It's just like really late at night. It's like 2 a.m. right now, which even though 2 a.m., it's certainly not that late. But to me, lately, 2 a.m. is actually quite a bit because I don't sleep that much due to the problems I'm having. And we are going to crush a golem. Yeah. Because we just need that ball, because the golem himself does not fit the small little door we have to get that ball through. I mean, it's pretty much what death does. It goes places and it just smashes everything to bits. Just wrecks havoc all over the damn place. So yeah, we're walking around here. Gonna be grabbing this ball, gonna be activating something inside that room that you guys saw in the previous episode. And as we progress through this episode, I want to talk to you guys about something else, which is the intros. Now, for these particular 3 videos of Darksiders, as you guys probably noticed, I just did the short standard Rurikhan intro, because I've had several people actually complain about the intros that actually take me quite a bit to make. I mean, some of them I know that I take away from trailers and whatnot, but it still takes a little bit of effort to kind of put it all together and do it properly in a way that you can kind of use for my videos. So some people have been complaining, and I'm just wondering at this point if people just don't dig them at all, and maybe I should just get rid of them. Now, this is a mechanic I really do like, jumping from wall to wall, even though it's kind of basic, it's been done before, but it's just still something I like. I like platforming through the levels. I like feeling I have the control to get to a lot of places, even though it is kind of an artificial thing, because you have control to get to the places they allow you to get to. It's not like you have control to get to wherever you want. Now, as usual, just make sure to break everything, because you guys know that there's always stuff hidden in these boxes. You never know. I think I might have actually found some really good items inside boxes like this, so make sure you break through everything when you're playing through Darksiders 2. That's always good. And now we are reaching the second Maker's Heartstone. And this particular Heartstone is then going to be opening yet another section. I like the way he just jumps in there and smashes the crap out of all of these. Yeah, you go ahead and you do that, Karn. Thank you very much. Because, I mean, me carrying that thing, me lugging that thing around, I should say, because you're not actually carrying it, you're lugging it. Me lugging that thing around through the level is not my idea of a good time. So I really appreciate the effort you're putting in here, Karn. Thank you very much, good sir. Now, I was just watching through the scenery, making sure I did not forget anything. Poor golem got completely smashed to bits on that interaction there, which was a damn shame. It was a damn shame. As we now actually got frozen here. Now, this actually surprised me. I was like, what the crap? Getting frozen? That is not acceptable, good sir. Now, I pulled that guy in, and Karn basically smashed the crap out of him. I mean, the combat is just so enjoyable. Also, you guys might have noticed I switched the hammer. Like I told you guys, I am avoiding showing you all that inventory management boring stuff, but I'm still using the same possessed scythes because I still haven't found a suitable upgrade for them. Now, here we have a little bit of a cinematic. As you can see, the water level is rising, and this is a good thing. And you guys might be asking, well, why is this a good thing, Rurikhan? Well, it is a good thing because it's basically going to go ahead and, I was going to say freeze that lava, but I don't think that's the proper expression. The proper expression would be solidify the lava that was around the Guardian. If you guys remember, around the Guardian there was a lot of lava. And with the water level rising, basically it's going to solidify that lava and allow you to walk throughout that section around the Guardian, which will then allow you to pick up the golem that you guys also saw. in the previous episode because there was a golem next to the garden, if you guys remember. And once we pick up that golem, we're going to be able to do some nifty stuff. Open up a couple of passageways, wreak some havoc, and get the third Maker's Heart as we slowly progress through the level. Basically right now we're just backtracking. I'm going to be opening the doors up for Karn so that he can take the Maker's Heartstone back to the Guardian, obviously, because that is the main objective. Get the 3 stones back to the Guardian. I like how in this particular run-through, though, Karn's just like, you know what, go screw yourself, I don't give a damn, I'm carrying this rock, so you can stay in there for all I care. I mean, obviously there's the shortcut that we've opened up, but I just find it kind of weird that they couldn't just program Garn to drop the stone for a while, hold the door for you. Karn's just like, I don't give a damn right now, so you gotta make do with what you got, big boy. You're death, right? You can handle yourself. And in goes another Maker's Heartstone into the golem. Yoink. Thank you very much. And now we actually get to explore this area. I was actually just looking around like, ooh, what's under here? And there he is, the golem, which I believe you just drive him to... Oh. I didn't remember that he actually had to throw you somewhere. Oh, I just jumped into the golem straight up. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was just like, what the hell am I doing? And then I realized, oh yeah, he can throw me through that little hole. I mean, imagine if Garn missed and he would just plant my face up on the upper side of that section. Just like, oh, there you go, smack your face up in there. So obviously we've got some yellow stuff here that we got to use the golem to blow up, which I have no problems with. I enjoy using the golem. It's always nice just lugging around this big-ass siege weapon, although I do believe the golem should not be invulnerable. Maybe if after you take a couple of hits, the golem could like just fall apart, and then you could reactivate it by using the key, but only when you're out of combat. That would be a much better solution, because right now, as long as you're on top of the golem, you're pretty much invincible. And even though there's not a lot of fights with the golem, so to speak, I mean, I've had quite a few, but there aren't really essential fights. There still are quite a couple of them. Now, I'm not actually sure if I should have blown up this stuff, now that I think back to what happens in this room. I'm not exactly sure if I should have blown it up or not, but, I mean, I just like blowing stuff up, you guys know me. So I just went through here and just started smashing everything. And once I was done smashing everything that was on the ground, that wasn't enough for me. You think that's enough for me? Hells no! I immediately entered aim mode and started smashing stuff that was on the walls. Just because I can and I have to. I mean, it's just like, oh, there's yellow stuff over here, I must explode it. I also really like the explosion animations. I believe I've mentioned this before. I think they look pretty damn sweet. If I can say so myself. Actually, someone actually complained to me in one of my videos, said that I overused the expression, if I can say so myself. That's a possibility. But you guys also need to understand that English is not my native language. Therefore, I don't have like an extensive vocabulary. As a matter of fact, I don't even have chance to daily interact with the English culture, because I mean, I live in Portugal. Well, all of my interactions, at least 99% of my interactions in Portugal, are made in just that, Portuguese. And I mean, it's hard to develop a proper vocabulary. I mean, a lot of people even tell me, man, your vocabulary is like from the friggin' 80s. And I'm like, I know, it's because I learned it from watching friggin' Star Wars. Anyways, here we go again. We got another jumping puzzle here. Like I said, I really like these platforming sections, even though they're basic. And like I said, it's nothing special. But here's the thing. This game is a clear case, in my opinion anyways, because a lot of people don't seem to appreciate this game for what it does. But in this game, what happens is the sum is greater. The sum of the parts what what was I saying? No, the whole. Yeah, that's the proper expression. See, sometimes expressions just evade my mind even. But the whole of the game is greater than the sum of the parts. I mean, you can't just say this game is a mixture of Zelda, is a mixture of God of War. Actually, let's watch this cinematic now. This is actually interesting.
There's something wrong with this one.
Hello there, corrupted Custodian. I also like how Karn says he knew this would happen, but yet is on the other side of the fence. Notice that this guy has some devastating attacks, and this was like actually my third or fourth try. It took me a while to get used to it. But basically what you want to do is dodge away from him, not necessarily sideways, and dodge like multiple times, like straight up 3 times. You also want to make sure to use your dodge attacks because they are pretty effective, even though you don't see me do it here because I was still kind of learning the boss. Only after killing him did I actually figure out the best, most effective way to do it. And I have to say, the most effective way to do this particular boss is to wait for an attack and then counterattack, because once you get close to him, that whirlwind attack becomes really, really devastating, as you can see. Like, I was always scared whenever I saw him move for an attack because I couldn't, and I still can't, even as I'm watching this video, I cannot identify the pattern that sets the smashing attack, the basic smashing attack he's doing right now with both hands. This one, I could not figure out what the pattern is that differentiates this one from the spinning attack, which was what I was trying to do, which is why you see me constantly attacking and coming back and attacking and coming back. Okay, now that I'm actually watching the video, I figured it out, but at the time I didn't. Basically, for the spinning attack, he only lifts his right arm. For the smash attacks and the slap attacks, he lifts both arms. Now there I made a mistake, as you could see, because he was stunned for a while, and I could have used that to get more blows in. Also, it seems that after half health, he gains that 3 combo attack. But basically, I think the main strategy for this boss is you do what I'm doing right now. You get in there, you get one good hit. After you get your good hit, you get the hell out of dodge. Also, feel free to freely use your teleport slash if you have it fully upgraded like I do. I don't think it's fully upgraded, but it's pretty damn high up in there. And as you can see, I'm basically doing burst, which is I go in there, burst attack, and get out. That is the way to deal with this one, in my opinion. Other bosses sometimes require different tactics. But this one, see, right now I did a mistake, which was I was forcing the DPS. There's 2 types of attacks that you can do. You can do DPS attacks, which would involve you just spamming the crap out of your sights, or you can do burst attacks, which means go in, do your heavy attack, get out. Preferably charge like this. Charge your heavy attack as much as you possibly can. Just make sure you don't risk too much, because as you can see, I actually spent most of my potions in here, and that was a big mistake, because you will need these potions a bit further ahead. Like, if I knew what I know now, I would probably let myself die in this attempt and redo the boss. But I was just like, man, this is being so hard. Now just enjoy the cinematic though. This is pretty sweet. Rip his head off with a scythe. I mean, that's awesome. I like how Karn says, hey, that was a nice warm-up. Yes, it was. For me, you bastard, because you did absolutely nothing. Now, a detail that I enjoyed is that a lot of games sometimes will like give you an element which you can clearly see is wrong, like the Heartstone, and they won't even acknowledge. Like, you can tell, it's like, oh, this is wrong, and we shouldn't use this, and this game actually acknowledges that. It still kind of forces you into using it, but at least it acknowledges it. Like, you could tell that Karn said, oh, there's something wrong with this one, and you will also notice now in this cinematic.
You must place the stone into the Guardian.
We've seen its work, Horseman. Corruption fair weeps from it.
The other 2 Heartstones were pure. I'm wagering that their radiance will cleanse the third.
Mayhaps.
Khan, the greater risk is to do nothing.
Aye. The corruption has burned off like rain on a hot forge. You were right.
I was wrong.
What have we done? We'll have to divide and conquer, Ryder. You look for the Guardian, and I'll see to the others. You go on without me, horseman.
Now, if you get to this particular section of the game, you could see a cut there. The reason for that is that dust will actually guide you in the wrong direction. Make sure you pay attention to the map in case you're using this particular video as a reference. Make sure you pay attention to the map because I went through wrong ways multiple times on account of dust. He will actually take you the wrong ways, so you want to be very, very careful as to where dust actually takes you. So just make sure you follow through the map. Actually, is this the right way even? I don't think that I'm even going the right way, am I? Yeah, I'm not going the right way at all. As you can see, dust does not help a whole lot in this particular level. So it might actually take you a while to find the correct path. That was so dumb of me. But basically your whole objective is to just get out of the dungeon. So if you remember how to exit the dungeon, just go in that general direction, because that's where you need to be headed off to. Now I believe that from here on out, I will actually be taking the correct route. Am I correct? Yes, I am. There we go. This is actually the right route, but before we actually got to this point, trust me, there was a lot of walking around. Well, I'm not talking like hours here. I'm talking like there were a couple of minutes where I was running around like a blind bat, trying to find the exit of the dungeon. If you actually look to your map, it will tell you exactly where you will find the Guardian. The thing is, they will force you to walk the way. They will not allow fast travel in this particular section because I think they want you to watch the destruction that the Guardian has caused, and you will notice that as you go through the Triforge. I mean, the place is pretty much wrecked. And now we actually have a really, what I really think is an awesome cinematic in a couple of minutes here. And an amazing boss fight as well, because obviously for those of you who have not played Darksiders, and if this is new content for you, you obviously just saw a really big Colossus type creature just get the hell out of Dodge. And as you can see the damage that he's already done in the Triforge there. And you will see some more as we cross the Triforge. But you can already see the damage that he caused, and you saw that big massive creature. We're going to be fighting that. Now naturally
the time has come. Wake up, little one. There is work to do.
I like how this guy just calls little one to death. I mean, that's actually something that kind of disappoints me a little bit in this game. I feel that they do not respect the character Death enough. I mean, he is Death. He is the Grim Reaper. You do not fuck around with the Grim Reaper. You do not say, "Wake up, little one."
The Guardian's run wild. He's gone mad, horseman. Idar doesn't know. Fare thee well, Ryder.
As you can see, everybody's like in panic. It's like, what the hell? The Guardian, man. What the frack is going on? But like I was saying, I mean, you don't fuck around with Death. You don't call him the little one. I mean, that's one of the things that I feel that the character War was more respected in Darksiders 1 than the character Death. But then again, I think that's also because of the fact that Darksiders 2 is more RPG-ish, and sometimes, and I don't know. I don't know exactly. We also have to take into consideration that Darksiders 1 was the scenery was Earth, and
No. This can't be. The stone bastard.
look at his
Tell me where to
face.
find the Guardian.
Head to the plains outside the city. And hurry. Adar is waiting for you both.
As we head out into the section where the Guardian is. But like I was saying, I mean, Darksiders 1 scenery was Earth, so I don't know if that's what caused it, and all you would find there would be demons anyways, so it didn't really matter that much. Because, I mean, everyone knew war in Darksiders 1, and these maker entities do not even seem to acknowledge death that much, which is, I don't know, maybe that's why they don't respect him as much, but I wish there was a bit more fear in people's voices when they address death. I mean, everyone in this game seems to be challenging death in a way or another, which is, again, it's kind of disappointing because he's supposed to be death. But then again, I'm not that knowledgeable of the whole lore behind Darksiders. But let's watch this one. This one's pretty damn sweet.
No!
Maker's bones. That hurt. It's beyond my help, horseman. Do your worst.
Let me also say stellar voice acting on whoever is playing that character. Now, for this particular boss, I'm going to go straight into the strategy of it. You want to move to the left side, and then you want to shoot his arm like I did. Make sure you aim for the yellow balls instead of trying to grab them like I did on my first try, which was pretty dumb. Once the shoulder falls off, you want to make sure to jump off your horse, equip your hand. I mean, you see me doing it really fast here because I had a couple of tries in where I had failed, so I had some good practice. But like I was saying, you want to stay at a certain distance to force that attack from him, because otherwise he's going to just try and stomp you with his feet. But as you can see, I'm keeping myself at a certain distance and always circling towards the left, because if you circle towards the right, there seems to be a higher chance for him to hit you. At least that's what it seemed like to me. And this is the boss where I said you were going to be needing some potions. As you can see, as he is attacking, I run off to the left, and you also get a bigger opening if you go to the left to shoot off those tiny balls, whereas if you go to the right, it's not such a big opening that you get. Now, once the shoulder falls off, once again, ride to it as fast as you can, get off of your horse, equip the Death Grip gem, and start smacking away at it. This one's gonna break, but it's not over yet. He just lost his hammer arm, but now he still has his other arm, and his other arm has a cannon. Now, this mechanic took me a little while to figure out exactly what you're supposed to do. Basically, you have to shoot this thing, and once you shoot it to a certain point, it will actually start raising up in the air, and it will eventually chase after you and just go against everything in its way. So that's what you want to do. Like that, you see it's in the air now, and now you want to go ahead and make sure you head towards the boss, because after a while that thing is going to target you and come at you with everything it's got, as you can see there. And if it hits the boss, it's going to fall down. Once he falls down, his left arm is going to fall down as well. There's a structure you can climb onto, as you can see here, And now you have to switch back to Death Grip jump, Death Grip the gem, and beat the crap out of it. Once again, in easy and normal and whatever, this is probably really simple. Even in apocalyptic, it's really simple. The difference is it's a lot more punishable, which is why it took me a couple of more tries. Now, as you can see, he's going to be doing that again, and you just have to rinse and repeat. That is really all the strategy there is to it. If this ball gets too close to you, you want to try and make sharp angles, because this thing has some kind of limit turning. Also, as you can see now, it's in the air, so now I'm running behind the boss so that it will shoot the boss when it tries to get me. It's going to try to get me pretty soon. And boom, there you go. Right in the ass. That's what you get. But, as I was saying, that thing does not have some sharp turns, so if you do sharp turns with your horse, you should be fine. If you get into trouble, you can actually close a gap with the boss. That thing will not head towards the boss until it starts levitating. That's the only time that you can actually drive against the boss. And now we get an awesome cinematic. I'm just going to let you guys enjoy that. Evade counter. I haven't actually seen this because I stopped playing after this boss, but that evade counter sounds like something really good.
You had no choice but to destroy him, horseman. Yet if the path to the Tree of Life is to be cleared, I have no choice but to bring him back.
How many times would you have me kill him?
The Guardian will be as a newborn, free of corruption. Now, stand aside. This will take more than a small effort.
That is just epic.
You won't survive this! I am a maker! That task defines my very purpose! As the reaping of souls defines your own. There is no escaping it!
The sacrifice that Adar makes, it's just really epic.
Get to the tree now, horseman. Your journey is far from over.
And once again, I have to give it to the animation guys at THQ and Visual Games, whichever department is responsible for animations, and the graphics as well, because graphics and animations in this game, I mean, it's just stellar, and I don't see a lot of games with such good animation work. And I just think that the animations in this game are just friggin' stellar. And I'm an animation sucker. Like, the way a lot of people are suckers for graphics, I'm a sucker for animation. I just think the animation work in this game is so good. I mean, the game is worth it just for the animation alone, and the graphical style, the art style. I mean, there's so much good stuff around this game that I don't understand how this game didn't get more attention. I mean, it really does. I just love it. Look at this. There was no better way for me to end this kind of, like I said, this last-ditch effort to try and bring back Darksiders than this particular boss fight. There's no better way. I mean, I was surprised myself. As you can see, I'm not even moving. I'm just like, that was epic. I'm just savoring the epicness of this moment. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will keep enjoying it. Like I said, I'm going to have to check on the numbers on these last 3 episodes before I make any decisions on whether or not the series continue. But thank you very much for watching. Remember to share with your friends and all kinds of good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one.